All right, Once Upon a Cat. This is a black-red aristocrat style deck. We got Priest of the Forgotten Gods. We got Chandra to fuel it. We've got Cauldron Familiar with Witch's Oven. We've got Claim the Firstborn to sack random things that we take from our opponent. We got Mayhem Devil to get value from all these sacrifice effects. We got Angrath Rampage as a 2-mana way to deal with Okos. Notably, Mayhem Devil with triggers when any player sacrifices anything. So we can Angrath Rampage them and trigger Mayhem Devil as well, which is sweet. Mayhem Devil and Once both flash back with Chandra Acolyte of Flame, which is excellent. So I've liked this deck a lot. This is one of the 3 Cat Oven decks I'm considering playing at the Mythic Championship Qualifier this weekend. The Temur Oko deck that I was enjoying a lot of in this standard format that I felt was very competitive has a very bad blue-green food matchup, and Field of the Dead was a good matchup for the Temur deck, so they banned our good matchup out of the format while leaving our worst matchup alone, and that deck's going to get more and more popular. So I think the Temur deck is a very poor choice for competitive tournaments moving forward until the format changes again. The Knights deck doesn't make me feel smart. The Knights deck is too linear and boring for me to play. I play Magic, especially tournaments. Tournaments that I'm playing on my own time are things that I play to enjoy, and I don't enjoy playing just like Smorq decks in tournaments. I'm a whale. I would have without a doubt bought / played Pioneer and Arena, and I would / will not be playing it otherwise. Yeah, I agree, Deanington. 1 black source, please. Perfect. This is why Once Upon a Time is great. It's like, all right, yep, keep this hand that's otherwise unkeepable. Use mulligan so much less. I kid you not, I put together a Grixis control deck last night, and I posted it in the subs Discord that had 4 main deck Noxious Grasp. Because if you play main deck Noxious Grasp with Royal Scions, you can loot it away against non-green decks, which is great. That being said, there's not that many non-green decks in the format, so it's like, whatever. Yeah, sure. You should play what you enjoy. My enjoyment is by no means supposed to like tell you to enjoy things less. But I definitely don't enjoy that style of deck. Yeah, I think I'm okay with Leaf Kindred here. Oh, I shouldn't have played this pre-combat. That was a mistake. I should have attacked first. Because now it's heads up that I'll kill this if they block. That was a pretty big miss. I gave up some valuable information there with my sequencing. Clicking and talking at the same time will do that. Clicking, talking, reading chat. That's why. Chat will be closed and I'll be on a delay on Saturday. Because believe it or not, Twitch chats is a huge detriment to playing. Yeah, this is one of the decks I'm considering for this weekend. Broko.
Every tale about me is absolute nonsense. And absolutely true.
Alright, so they're down to 9. We're actually in a pretty okay spot here, huh? Because Oko didn't come down till turn 3. What a slow Oko, chat. I mean, if they block here, they take 4, and then they're taking 2 per rotation there. This goes ahead and gets rid of our friend. We have a Mayhem Elk. Who's a good little elk? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Angrath, sack a creature, would have been lethal there. Oh, yeah, it would. No. No? You know this is an elk, right? Not with the Mayhem elk. Yeah. Yeah, whoever, one of my other most disappointed things about Arena is whoever picks their foiling process is silly. I don't know who's in charge of picking which cards get foils, but they should be fired. They should, like, let me do it. Or let anybody do it who's, like, understands what constructed staples are. It'd be super simple. I would make sure that they don't have foils for all these stupid limited cards, and that we had foils for, you know, every constructed playable card. I agree with you, Marty. I agree with you that ideally every card should have a foil option, but in the event that they're limited on resources and can't give everything a foil option, the cards that they're picking with their limited resources are bad choices. In my humblest of opinions. All right, do I play around them elking us again next turn? Do I take Priest or do I take Mayhem Devil? I think it's probably Devil, actually. They're limited on resources on which cards can get foiled in their fully released game, then maybe they should, 1, get more resources for the cash cow, or 2, not have released in the first place. I agree, Marty. 10 out of 10. I also should not have brought this cap back. I missed a point of damage. I should have waited to bring the cap back until my next turn, because I missed it. I could have gotten another point when I sacked the food to bring it back, because I'm not attacking into their O2 and their O3 anyways. Although maybe I'm supposed to attack in here, because they might jump block. Devil is lethal. It's really not. Take a 10-minute break. Even without the food, the Devil's not lethal. Timeouts are not lethal either, I promise. Devil is lethal over a couple of turns potentially, but they're not dead this turn. Devil currently is good for 3, which is actually worth noting. If I had sequenced differently, I would have forced a chump block last turn. Do you think Magic is in trouble right now? No, I don't think Magic's in trouble. I think part of the reason why we've been able to experience Wizards of the Coast making so many stupid decisions is because Magic is too big to fail. Magic, I would be willing to bet, is currently amid a period of amazing growth, in large part due to Magic Arena. All right, so if they can't gain life or get rid of the Witch's Oven, they're dead next turn. This is gonna put them to 1, and then next turn I can sack the cat and return it. Your answer response yesterday were accurate and entertaining. I went to my LGS after the announcement. The consensus was we'd be taking breaks from Magic. I don't know what format to play. Standard looks broco. Pioneer feels bad. I'll use your YouTube as a barometer in the meantime. Well, thanks for sticking around, Seamus. And yeah, definitely, there's a lot of great things out there too. So yeah, I think Bantu's just worse than Rankle most of the time. That's what it comes down to. Which oven deck you played was the sweetest, which was probably the best. I think this one is the best. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which oven deck is the best. That's what I'm trying to figure out for the next couple of days. Yeah, got the next couple of days to figure out which oven deck I like the best. For 4 Grasp, 2 Murderous Rider. Let's go. I think Rankle's pretty mediocre in this matchup. What do we think about that? I feel like we don't really like Rankle. Field is not banned on Arena until Thursday. Good afternoon, Shirad. Wonder if I'm supposed to trim Chandra in this matchup. Just because she gets questing beasted. Let's try this. It may or may not be right to trim Stormfist Crusader too. I don't know, I feel like we have a pretty easy time leveraging the extra cards though. Theater of Horrors in the sideboard for the Esper matchup. So Theater is very good against the style of grindy decks that Field of the Dead was previously pushing out of the format. Hey look, it's another 7-card hand that would be unkeepable if I didn't have Once Upon a Time in my deck. But because this is very likely a black source, I get to keep this. Alright, I mean it's a slow black source, but it's still a black source, right? Coil over Angrath since they have mana dorks. Angrath's Rampage kills Planeswalkers. That's why we're playing the card. Angrath's Rampage also kills Paradise Druid, which is quite excellent. There's a part where they Wicked Wolf me and we like pick our stuff up and cry. When you get Wicked Wolfed on 3 after your first play is a 2-drop in these aggro decks, it just feels like you can't win ever again. Feels real bad. Am I likely to write a primer for whichever cat version of Oven you like most? Yeah, probably. Yeah, and they have like infinite things that kill our stuff, right? Feels amazing, man. Alright, well, we've got Endless Priests here for the time being, so that's nice. Yep, yeah, the Angrath's Rampage are good in the Oven Mirror, too, because they kill artifacts, which is nice. Yeah, I agree. Rampage is in a good spot. That's why we're playing 3 of them in the main. Hey, thanks for the 4 months, Neckfire. Welcome back. I think that's beatable. If they don't have a Veil of Summer, that's pretty beatable, right? Oh, and actually, I can claim their land, right? Huh? Okay. It still has Vigilance and Haste. You get to float mana off of this too, which is sick. How am I supposed to know what mana this is gonna use? Is there any way for me to know? I guess I'll lead on this in case the auto tapper screws me. Didn't use my black mana. God bless. God bless us, everyone. It highlighted both symbols. Oh, I guess the fact that it's highlighting the green means it's going to use the green. Was an above average turn for sure. Yeah, that's a good point. I missed a free point, right? I could have sacked the cat, brought it back, and they'd be at 13 here. Do I want a priest here? I almost feel like I don't. Maybe I'm supposed to board... Maybe I'm not supposed to board out Chandra. Maybe I'm supposed to trim priest if I board out Chandra. Here's to 10 months with Owl Dad screaming at Watsy. I'm just gonna attack for now. Let's just get some chip shots in here. So we're going to sack this now, but again, we don't want to bring this back until our turn, because we could draw Mayhem Devil for the turn. Don't really want to attack these into the Paradise Druid. My favorite part of yesterday was the business daddy voice. I do what I can. I do what I can. How do you decide how many green sources for Once Upon a Time? I winged it. Guesstimated. Stream title does still have what you artifacts. Thank you. Yay! Cryptic Command! Yay! Magic's great. We did not play Pioneer this morning. Pioneer doesn't have a queue until Thursday. Getting this veiled, I think, is marginally better than getting a priest activation veiled, though. So we got that going for us, I guess. This card is a part of the pyramid of reasons why the opponent's deck is busted. I wouldn't have to worry about flooding out and dying if I was playing Mythgard 2. Gross. Yeah, we kept one land once upon a time this game. I guess we're actually not flooding. If you look at what we've had 7 lands and 18 cards, which is like about average. Well, that's terrifying. Can we still donate to see Teamer Played? Yeah. Yeah, you can still donate to see Teamer Played. It's just not going to be a deck that I put in with dealer choice points anymore. It's not something that I'm personally interested in playing. Still fine, still has okay draws. Like, we can go up to 4 gusts in the sideboard or whatnot, but this matchup's a huge struggle for it.
Welcome to the feast.
think I'm happy with how I sideboarded. Am I? I kind of want these Chandras. Although, to be fair, I wouldn't have drawn the Chandras. Let's do that. Thank you for your rants yesterday. They were cathartic. Thanks for the 2 months. Kermit Pool Party. Well. I think this is a keep. There's a reaction video up on my YouTube channel, if you haven't seen it, about my thoughts on both the ban and whatnot. I think I'm taking Fabled Passage here because I can fetch Forest and then Once Upon a Time on 2. The Teamer deck's not good because part of the reason to play the Teamer deck was because it had a good... The reason to play the Teamer deck was because it had a good matchup against... and a good matchup against the Field of the Dead decks, and it has a terrible matchup against this blue-green food deck, which they banned nothing out of. So they got rid of the deck's best matchup while making its worst matchup the best deck in the format. I have no idea, Frost Otter. You literally asked that question earlier and I gave you the same answer. Yikes, black mana. Fetching our forest hurts a little bit. They did miss a land drop here. I'm gonna play the Stormfist Crusader and try and power through this this missing double black here. Where was the turn 2 Oko? No Oko till 4. That's weird. Black Source. Perfect. Alright, so let's do this. And then... let's do this. And then let's Angrath's Rampage. You can sacrifice a Planeswalker. Whips and Chains. Get Mayhem Devil excited. Having to kill mana accelerants to not lose to Oko. Yeah, something like that. Do you even want Forest in this deck? You do, because playing one Forest gives you 5 green sources, 2 Mo's, because of how Fabled Passage works. That should be the game, I imagine. If you are on a desktop computer, there should be a thing explaining shillings underneath it. Christy is going to be sending out codes for the Mythgard thing this afternoon. So for those not familiar, Christy, my wife, manages all of my social media stuff. Hey, Sticky, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. All right, so I think we just murder the geese here. Because we can sacrifice the cat here, and they're probably going to sacrifice another food here to keep this alive. So if they sacrifice a food to keep this alive, we murder this one. I think Anisaban would make Temur viable again. Yeah, definitely. Kill the wolf in response to the food sack. Oh, I totally could have. I missed that. Yeah, that's the line. So I could kill the wolf in response because of the extra one. Yeah, I missed it. JK, game's easy. Easy game, easy life. So this does 3, this would be 4, so let's just kill this wolf. So they're dead. Hey, thanks for the 10 months, Avalanche. I'll keep doing me. Thanks for keeping me around. If you haven't seen this deck that we're playing before, shame on you. That means you haven't checked out the standard decks page on my website. This deck and lots of other decks up there are excellent, sweet, off the beaten path deck ideas. So if you're looking for things to play in a post Golos world, there's a bunch of non-Golos decks up there. And that was the first match with this one. Ooh. Oh, look, there's an elk on this sleeve. How fitting. How fitting. There's an elk on this sleeve. All right, let's go equip that one. Let's go equip that one. Everything else is going to be an elk. Might as well have the back of my deck be one too. We're going to make everything else an elk. Curiosity killed the cat with satisfaction that brought it back. Something like that. Something like that. You're an elk, and you're an elk. Everybody gets an elk. That's why you can't ban Oko. It'll render the sleeves useless. I like how the card backs work in Mythgard, being able to change the material and design. Yeah, and you can define a favorite sleeve in Mythgard. Because that's just a feature you expect, because it makes sense. I think I keep this, right? What am I bottoming, though? Do we bottom? We're definitely keeping. Do we bottom Chandra? It could just be the cat, too. I could bottom the cat. Is that crazy? I feel like that's not crazy. It could be any of these. Any of these could go. An elk bit my sister. I think it's Chandra. It's almost like the Mythgard team are real TCG players. Yep. They know what's up. They know what they want out of a game. Perfect. And by waiting to draw a land for the turn, now we get to do that and grab a spell. Sign me up. Any thoughts on WotC not censoring Lee? I think that's great. It made me proud to be a Magic player and Magic content creator. Oh, chat. They think they can beat the Stormfist Crusader. They think they can beat the Stormfist Crusader. Just redeemed my myth card, boy, and I thankful. Someone the other day described it as a fixed version of Duel Master, and that's how it felt to me. Sweet. I actually never played that one, so... Have you played against any decks not playing green? There's decks that don't play green in this format. Why would people skip playing green in this format? I don't understand. Oh, not Groll, eh? Well, this deck and the deck after today are both decks that don't play green cards that we splashed a green card into, so... Postmodern sounds super exciting, damn it, chill. Super, super pumped. Oh, buddy old pal. Oh, buddy old pal. Did I miss lethal here? I don't think they were dead. Each cycle's only 3, right? I think I want to just kill their creatures. Fire the Catons. Yeah, I mean, decks like this one are just, like, super sweet, right? Like, the number of, like, awesome lines you get to play with in this deck are just, like, super high. Probably don't want Rankle on the draw. This seems good. We'll bring in Grasp and Redcap Melee. They're playing, like, some kind of Naya thing. Yeah, this deck has a lot of, oh, wait, they're dead here moments. You're like, oh, yeah, they're just dead. Do I want more removal on the draw? These Lava Coils might not be out of the question. They're probably a Questing Beast deck. They might be a hero of the Precinct 1 deck. They had that 2/2 flyer that was multicolored. Occam the Knife, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me around. Yeah, I was planning on doing Modern all day today, and then I wanted to do another deck, and I couldn't get cards for it, so we swapped over to Standard, which was good for our viewer count, I suppose, so can't complain too much. I finally nailed down what playing Mythgard feels like. It's like when I first started playing Hex that everything was fun, even though I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, it's a good comparison. The core gameplay in Mythgard is very good. What makes Rankle worse than the draw? So when you're on the draw in an aggressive mirror, you are frequently going to be in a position where you are on the defense interacting with them. So putting yourself in a position where you need to be on defense tends to be worse. So a card like Rankle doesn't help you play defense, is more specific. Thanks for the 2 years of support, Nathan Brown. Welcome back. I appreciate you keeping me around. Long-time YouTube viewer, fresh Twitch watcher, love the community and learning about what makes Magic fun. I appreciate you dropping off that support. Welcome to a live one. Thanks for the 10 months, Anti-Arc Demon. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to shock in a red source here in case they had Domri's Ambush. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to shock to play around Domri's Ambush. Is this good, chat? What do we think about this turn? Hey, Watercat, thanks for the sub gift, I appreciate it. The only reason I don't like this deck is it's too hard to play after a couple of beers. Hide your creatures. Once upon a time, there was a... Alright. Unfortunate that card can't find Chandra, but it'd probably be too busted if it did, right? Yeah, definitely, Arnon. Can you direct message me so I can send it to you in private? If you have a friend that would also like to try Mythgard with you, because games are more fun when you play together, or significant other, drop me a line. I'm happy to give you an extra.
You call it anarchy. For me, it's just another day. Oh, I wish you could see your face while I'm beating you.
Do I even want to kill this Domri? I'm not sure that I do. Like, this is like my last resource, so I think I want to just attack this down.
Now you're getting the spirit.
If I found Chandra, it would also find Oko. Fair. One of the sweet things is if we draw a Chandra, Chandra can flash these cards back, which is excellent. To be fair, coming from Hearthstone to Mythgard's probably a little bit tough because Hearthstone's a pretty simple game and Mythgard has a lot going on in it. Dunk dunk. Right, all we need is a cat. Start cooking on a commercial scale over here. Well, that's a little bit scary. Makes all their threats a lot better. Neat. Don't mind me. Just chipping in with these 1-2s. Good honest day's work. Yeah, when they eventually find a threat, it's not going to be a good scene for us. This is definitely the most combat damage my priests have ever dealt. One kitty, please. Get out of here. And that is the power of Once Upon a Time. Just like, we basically have like 6 copies of every creature that's good in this deck. You just see them so much more often. Yeah, Once Upon a Time was a very meaningful upgrade. Clary on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are gone. Do 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 do. Oh, I should have brought this back in response to the Clarion, and then it would have died, and then I could have had an extra way to kill it. Yeah. And thanks for the biddies, our hunter. Yeah, adding the third color makes our mana more consistent too. Do you have a name for the cat? No, we do not. The cat's name is Pie. Oh, let's name the kitty Lemon. Lemon, because you can turn lemon into a pie. Sure. Think I'd rather Stormfist Crusader here on 2. Stormfist Crusader makes it likely that we get to Mayhem Devil on 3. Swift Water Cliffs, eh? Man, we're gonna get Deafening Clarion next turn and be really sad. I guess Jeskai is less likely to play Swiftwater Cliffs though, so maybe. V-Ball redeemed bump a deck by 1 point. A few people hit the 10k pointer today. That'll get added today at the end as always. They are, in fact, a Jeskai deck. Okay, interesting. I think that means... I want to be as aggressive as possible here. Whips and chains get Mayhem Devil excited, chat. Maybe I'm supposed to hold the second Crusader. It's very possible. Oh, they're dead. Got it. Get it kind of good. Killing people who are dirtling around is a passion of mine. Something I really enjoy. Definitely want Theater, definitely want Duress. Oh, Claim the Firstborn's real bad here, huh? Just want Murderous Rider to kill their Cavaliers, or whatever their Planeswalkers are. Alright, let's try this. It could be possible that I want 4 Duress in the sideboard now. You'll note that I pivoted my discard of choice from Drill Bit to Duress, and the reason for that is I'm expecting more Esper and Jeskai, and I think Duress tends to be better than Drill Bit in this matchup, because I want to sequence it more proactively. Drill Bit was better when we're expecting Golos Field, because against Golos we frequently want to take creatures. Fire is not an artifact, it is an enchantment. It has the best sort of card advantage, killing them with cards in their hand. There was a command. I don't remember what the person made the command. It was supposed to be a modern day, and then Moto happened. Sure. Sick. We were unable to get cards for another modern deck, so we stopped. And we were rewarded with 1,200 extra viewers for switching to a real video game, so that's nice. Wow! They sent my cat to prison, chat. What did Kitty ever do to you? Huh. Let's lead on Mayhem Devil. I think whatever I play here is likely to die. I think I'd rather this die than this. There are definitely people that enjoy Magic Online to a degree. You are just far fewer than people who enjoy playing Magic on a slick digital client. There's a reason for that. Arena, through all of its failings and shortcomings, is still quite a better user experience, especially when viewing, than compared to Magic Online. I think Caleb Durward, I think, is the only Magic content creator I've seen who consistently has the same viewer count on Arena as on Magic Online. Pretty much everyone else, myself included, the viewer count's much lower when using the inferior program. I guess I'll grab this because it can trigger Mayhem Devil next turn. Yeah, the animations are sweet, and honestly, the games are faster, right? Like, that's the big thing. Like, on Magic Online, it takes forever to just play games of Magic. Like, the auto-tapper alone just creates such a better user experience. Brutal. Narset makes Stormfist a lot worse. If they cast the sweeper, I'm gonna concede, I think. Yeah. They're gonna well, they messed up. They should have plussed this first to gain some life, but I think I'm happy with how we sideboarded. I'm just gonna run it back. This is definitely a matchup where you don't have a lot of player agency. You're just kind of hoping they don't have the things. When the opponent's control deck lines up well into what our deck is doing, we're just gonna die a lot of the time. Just kind of how it works, unfortunately. Saying sweet, let's draw some lands. Why no Rampage? Instead of me telling you you're wrong, tell me why you're right. Why do I want Rampage in my deck? What do I cut and why do I cut it? Same question to you, Wargy Corgi. Instead of me telling you you're wrong, tell me why you're right. You're right. I believe in you, chat. You have big, strong, impressive brains. Use them. Form coherent thoughts. Magic sucks. Clary on me, baby. Clary on me. Peak Magic is missing your third land drop while your opponent has their best possible draw. That's Peak Magic. Well, this is the part where I take Shimmer and then they hit every land drop for the rest of the game. Oh, did they miss? Should have eaten the pie before you conceded. It's a good suggestion. One of the things that's important to remember is that Magic's not a game. When you're sideboarding in Magic, it's not just... The reason why people struggle to sideboard in Magic so often is because people are trying to put every good card in their deck, and frequently you have more than 60 cards that have some text in a matchup. Magic's about realizing... Sideboarding's about realizing which cards are your best 60, not just figuring out Figuring out or cutting your worst 15, not just like putting in all your cards that are playable. So like, if you can't think of a reason why we should put a card in our deck, like, probably means we shouldn't. It's the TLDR. Someone's still playing Golos. Boo. Boo on you. Shame this person. Tar and feather them. Nobody loves you in your soon-to-be banned deck. Get out of here. Can I draw a red source, please? 1 red source, please. Perfect. Just exactly what I wanted for Christmas. Yeah, I think Theater of Horrors is reasonable. I think if we'd have gotten to play Magic last game, it would have been very good, but unfortunately, you just frequently don't get to play Magic. Just how this game works. Honestly, it's kind of an interesting thought. I would bet that if Magic was a game that was introduced today, and like they introduced it with the resource variance that it has, it probably wouldn't be able to take off. I think if a new game was tried to be introduced that has as many non-games as Magic has, people would think it's silly. I think I want to just Rankle here. Send these this way, send this here. Most importantly, I want to get Teferi off the table so they can't instant speed sweep me next turn. Yeah, I think a big part of what makes Magic have what it has is the wide range of formats and just like the name recognition, like it's a relic in the marketplace. There weren't as many non-games in 91 to 92. I think you're remembering it through rose-colored glasses. Magic's always been a game that has a lot of resource variance. Try introducing CS as a new thing. People would ridicule it as being outdated, and CSGO is one of the biggest esports there is because Counter-Strike. Yeah, kind of. I think that's a little bit different. I like to draw pretty aggressively with my Rankle because it deals damage when it draws 2, which is great. Also get to find things like Mayhem Devils. Yeah, Firstborn claiming Hydras is definitely a defining feature of this deck being good in the format. Yeah, like, Magic, like, created a new genre of game, right? Like, when Magic was created, it was competing with, like, board games. So, like, this idea of, like, building your own thing was kind of foreign. Who's ready for watching to roll over and cut support for Pioneer because people tell them they're killing Arena? God, that would be like the worst possible outcome. Even if they have a Hydra here, the Hydra doesn't even save them, right? Because like the Chandra on board flashes back my Claim the Firstborn. I mean, to be fair though, like, if you're an arena player who doesn't really follow news, you're probably also not someone who's net decking the best deck, right? Dear Wizards, thank you for banning this incredibly oppressive deck. I have no idea how I would have ever managed to win if you didn't ban this. And then again, that's what makes the ban, that's what makes the Pioneer announcement just so much more frustrating, is the fact that, like, they made a bad decision in Standard, and they made Standard worse, in my opinion, and then we don't have an alternative. I guess, I don't know. I'm extra salty because, like, all the decks I liked playing in Standard had, like, good field matchups, and, like, they're worse against decks that are gonna get better now. So I feel like my decks got pseudo banned without actually getting banned. Yeah, like, all the decks I really like playing are, like, bad against Esper Control. I really don't feel like, hopefully people aren't brave enough to play that on Saturday. We could just dodge it. That would be ideal. At least there's Brawl on Wednesdays, yeah. I don't know. It's hard to know, Zombatical. There's gonna be like 2,000 people playing in the event this weekend. Yeah, people also tend to be hesitant about playing untested decks in bigger tournaments like that. There's something to say for that. You think if there was an outrage over double wildcards, would WotC have given up on Historic? I don't know. It's hard to know. Could go either way. I definitely think they're less inclined to support Historic because they gave up on double wildcards, though. Maybe they were going to do the right thing regardless, but it's tough to know. You posted a video of your thoughts on Fielded It. Yeah, there's a reaction video on my YouTube channel. It's like gaining 4 here, because this can't block this. They could make it a 4-3. Playing a 4-3 makes it better against Chandra and Mayhem Devil. Alright, well, I don't want to play Chandra and just get her attack, so I'm going to lead on this, I think. They kept the best of 3 Historic queue because they're worried about losing the gathering part of Magic. Now you just have to work with friends to play it. It's funny because it's sad. Alright, so I think we Chandra. And then we can do this. And then we can sack this. Deal a damage here. Maybe it's wrong to do this, actually. Maybe, because, like, if they sweep me next turn, I missed out on some damage this way. I don't know, taking the knight off the table seems appealing, though. And, like, my leftovers are pretty good here, but I am potentially missing 3 points of damage with this line. Hey, Lux, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Oglandia. Hope you're having an excellent Tuesday wherever you are. Disappointing damage by not attacking. Kinda. If I attack and they block, then it doesn't sacrifice. I guess then it's blocked though. Yeah, I missed the point by not attacking. In this deck, has Priest won any games for us? But in the past video, they've just been swinging right. Yeah, you missed a good Priest game. You've missed a bunch of good Priest games. Here's a better response to you, Drew Blyan. Asking has Priest won us games is a lazy thing to do. Instead, if you don't think Priest is good, explain to me why you don't think it's good from a theory perspective, rather than being super results based. I mean, they're like always dead to cat, right? Oh, Duress is a good pickup. Claim's actually not bad either. Hey, Cannon Gear, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Hey, Tasty, thanks for the tip. Whoa, Tasty. Oh, I remember who you are now. Tasty's upset that they got banned. So, to give everybody out there a lesson on why we banned Tasty, Tasty was a child and they sent me a very angry message that one of my mods was abusing their power and timed them out. And in their angry message where they were upset for being timed out, they told me they weren't going to sub and they were leaving. So I banned them because obviously they weren't actually going to leave. They were just talking the talk without walking the walk. So I made an honest person out of them and banned them so they would have to leave. So thanks for the extra $1. Maybe next time don't be a perpetuant child and tell me you're gonna leave when you're not because you got a timeout for acting like a child. Like, come on now. Called their bluff. Thanks for the extra $1. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why people asking for timeouts is a meme on this channel, because there are people like that in the world who get genuinely upset at a 10-minute break. Thanks for the 4 months, Joey Plebs. I appreciate that. Welcome back. For people who are new here too, I would recommend not typing in chat for the next 2 to 3 minutes because there's about to be a slaughter. And if you don't want to get accidentally timed out, I'd recommend holding whatever you have to say for a moment. Oh, God bless America, my country. 'Tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Oh wait, I can claim this and eat it, right? Not a big deal. They should be dead still. Yeah, they're dead. We get to claim this, cook it in the oven, hit them with Rankle, make us eat sacrifice a creature and draw a card, and that triggers double Mayhem plus Rankle. That's 6, and this will deal a 7. So they're dead here to this Claim the Firstborn. Man, playing this match makes me sad and angry all over again. Like, I'm so upset that they banned this card. It's like, this card did not warrant an out-of-cycle ban of Of all things. Like, of all the things they could have done, an out-of-cycle ban was just completely unnecessary. It is so attackable and beatable, and the food decks are just so much better. It's kind of unreal. Oh, you know what? I actually shouldn't have let them draw a card there, because if they drew Veil of Summer, we died. So I didn't need the damage from Rankle there, so giving them the card was wrong, because they could have veiled me. There's an important distinction there. All right, mods. Let's dial the mods back to... Calm down. Welcome back, Marooter. It's a mod only chat now. Ugh. Resubbed has to be timeout. All right, you can get that one. Welcome back. Thanks for the... This is why I've subbed for 12 months. I'm immune. Once upon a time, there was I think I'm in for Stormfist Crusader. I think they should have banned nothing, or they should have also banned one or more cards out of the food deck. Nothing or more were the options. I think just banning field was a pretty big mistake. In my humblest of opinions. Came to see people ask Jeff to speculate at Pioneer stayed for the slaughter. Well, I don't think they had to ban a card that was selling packs though. I think they could have banned a card like Nissa, or they could have banned a card. They could have banned Nissa. I don't think they should have banned Oko. I think banning Oko is silly and not something they would reasonably do, but I think they definitely could have banned Nissa. You could argue Goose is still selling booster packs, I think. I definitely would have gotten rid of Nissa. All right, so now here's a real question. I think I do this and I crack this. This lets them kill my cat. So they get a trigger and I get 2 triggers. All right, I get a land. It's like, oh, right. Still getting a land. That fetch land wasn't just a forked bolt. It also actually gets a land. Yeah, Lovestruck Beast is interesting. This deck doesn't actually have that many green lands. I don't think I want to be a full-on Jund deck because it gives you too many tapped lands. Maybe we should try Lovestruck Beast in the 4-color Oven deck. We played a little bit of that. That's aggressive. Each player discards a card. Sure. Once Upon a Time? I think it's Once Upon a Time. Yeah, let's discard the land. I'm pretty likely to draw a land that are 2 draws next turn. Yeah, pretty likely to draw a land in our 2 draws next turn, Chatty says. So I can crack that to kill this, and they could block. I don't think that's worth it. I'm just going to pass here. I think I want to kill their Rankle. No, Pioneer doesn't have queues on Magic Online until tomorrow afternoon. So we'll be starting with Pioneer Thursday morning. I know there's a new format, but as always, just a reminder, my schedule, including what formats I'm playing, are on my website as always. Drawing more Mayhem Devils in the Mayhem Devil mirror seems pretty good. I think my favorite messages about Mythgard are the people who are like, yeah, I like Mythgard because my computer can't play Arena, but Mythgard doesn't make my computer melt. It's like, oh, WotC software. I get to Once Upon a Time here too, which is great. I started playing since Arena and recently been seriously considering playing MTGO from the last announcement, as it seems like the place to play Magic. How much money do you think I'd spend to get some stuff that's fun and competitive on there? For the low price of $65, you can buy one copy of Oko on Magic Online right now. The convenient and low price. Again, on the draw, I think I want to be more defensive, so Rankle's not good at playing defense. We'll bring in 6 removal spells and call it a day. Maybe I'm supposed to board out Stormfist Crusader, but nothing in my sideboard super appealing here. Maybe I could leave Rankle in. Yeah, let's leave Crusader and see how it goes. I can see boarding that out on the draw. Yikes. Strumheart, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. We're having an excellent Tuesday reviewer. That being said, I agree with your sentiment. What Wizards did yesterday with their announcement makes it feel like Magic Arena is the second-class citizen where you don't get to play real Magic. Magic Arena feels like it's here purely for playing Standard and Draft, and not even real Draft at that, just computer bot draft that are poorly programmed, and that's it. If you want an actual experience, you have to go somewhere else, and that somewhere else is Magic Online. What's the deal with Mythgard? Is that a new game? Yeah, it's a digital card game that's available on OS X and Windows and Android and iOS. And heck, you can even play it right inside your web browser too without installing anything. It's made by an actual small indie company, which, since they're a small indie company, that naturally means that their client has a full friends list and a spectator mode and 2v2 and lots of social features. You know, all the things you'd expect only a small indie company to be able to do. The people are saying, did they actually kill Arena? Arena's not dead. Anybody telling you Arena is dead is being very silly.
I've learned a bunch of new burn spells to try on you. Say hi to my fiery friends.
I can't imagine MTGO makes more money. I honestly would not be surprised if MTGO makes more money per player than Arena does. I would not be surprised if Arena makes more money per player than, or if Moto makes more money per player than Arena does. All right, I think I'm just gonna flashback this Lava Coil on the Priest here. Just like get some card advantage out of here. How much are packs on Moto? $4.
Yeah, I like to think on my feet.
It costs you $10 for your account. It costs you $10 to play a league. Booster packs are $4. Like,
Not to brag, but I'm totally, don't worry.
yeah, the fact that we mulliganed and then got 2 for 1 by a Legion's End felt real rough.
Consider this bridge burned.
There's people often talked about, like, they couldn't believe how long it took WotC to, like, make Arena. It took them so long to make Arena because Moto makes infinite money for what it is. I'm sure it's very profitable because it's not cheap. And they don't have to pay to actually print stuff, right? As someone who doesn't have the hardware to play software, it's exciting about Pioneer. I do feel bad for the players getting... Yep, I agree. It's notably cheaper than paper. Barely, and only in some cases. Right, well, this trades 1-for-1 with their Vraska, at least. Yeah, cheaper than paper is also a low bar. I agree with that. Cheaper than paper is like saying, like, I don't know, marijuana's less than crack.
Shadows. For now.
You know, low variance, all that. Take the Bezos and peach the orange. Thanks for the 4 months. Wait. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Vintage is definitely cheaper on Moto. I agree with that. And we're dead. I do not profit from shillings. Shillings are purely an engagement driver. Purely an engagement driver. If they're going all the way up to Corvald, I think I want the Stormfist Crusaders, especially on the play. Hey, Friggly, thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub. Sure, take a peek at the deck queue and let me know something there you'd like to see a bit sooner. I appreciate the 5 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't think I can keep this. Like, no plays till 3. I'm, like, kind of missing. Our colors are kind of bad. I guess. Hand's, like, not super exciting. That is exactly what you want to see in a mulligan. This card's super powerful. Yeah, direct message me on Discord or Twitch, whichever's easier for you, Kyle. Would you play Corvald in this deck? Well, I mean, I'm not playing Corvald in this deck, so the answer to your question is no. Would you play the card you've chosen not to play? No. No. Looks at Twitch name change to get rid of the stupid HS at the end of my name. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Welcome back for the quarter of a year. Alright, I guess we just Priest plus Oven here. Then we hope to untap with Priest so we can play Chandra. Hey, Oregon Crete, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So, see if they have another creature here and make me want to priest something. If they priest me, we're probably binning the Crusader so I can priest them back next turn. I assume we're getting priested here. High-level gameplay seems to revolve around a lot of mythics. I think specific deck types tend to revolve around a lot of mythics, but the aggressive decks that seem very competitive in the high levels don't really involve a lot of mythics. So, like, the mid-range and control decks in Mythgard, I agree, seem like they involve a lot of mythics, but not everything is a mid-range or a control deck. We're gonna get Flipping Legions ended and get 2-for-1 again here. Vomit. Probably gonna trade Priest here. I think I'm just discarding a land here. It's like a pseudo mirror. Our opponent's deck's a little bit bigger than ours. They're going all the way up to Corvald at the top end. Oh, I don't have double black. That's super unfortunate. You are a sub. You were probably gifted a sub if you didn't subscribe yourself.
Fire started? No? Too bad.
I don't see a schedule on the website. Click live stream and then schedule in the menu. The live stream option has some things in the drop down. Oh, I forgot to, that could cost me. Awkward. Okay, them not deploying another threat this turn is potentially very good for us. Oh, that's true. Holding this is good. They make us discard here. And then, because I didn't use the oven, I can actually drain them an extra time here, right? And thanks for the 8 months, Blade Wing. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. I can time you out as the channel owner. Oh, Oh, just like we drew it up, chat. Just like we drew it up. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Woo, buddy old pal. Is that cat lethal? They were dead anyways because I have the oven, right? Oh, baby. The firstborn has been claimed, chat. Oh, I should have checked if Priest was broken. Yeah, I could have made me sack their Priest too. I could have also just binned it to the oven though. It doesn't really matter, they're dead. There are a lot of right ways to eat that Rhesus, chat. Right. Number of correct ways in which that Rhesus can be consumed. Alright, let's see if we can finish 5-1 or 4-2. Then we're going to take so we're going to play one more match with this. We'll take a quick ad break, and then we're going to come back and play Once Upon Araria to wrap things up today, probably. Although, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a long stream if we stay above 2,000 people. We'll see. 2,000's a lot of people, chat. I'm feeling good today. I think we can do a long stream as long as we're above 2K. Because y'all are wonderful human beings. I'm going to wrap with Mythgard tomorrow. So tomorrow's stream will be all standard into Mythgard at the end. I'm pretty convinced that the splash for Once Upon a Time is very correct. It adds a lot of consistency for a very low cost. You want to budget them? What would my budget replacements be? I'm not sure offhand, honestly. Probably, no, I do know. I would play a 4th Rankle, a 23rd land, a 4th Rankle, a 23rd land, and then probably like 2 Bone Crusher Giants. You definitely want a Rankle and a land, though, if you're cutting once. Once lets us cheat the land count a little bit. Lots of people watching cats be thrown in ovens. Someone should call PETA. It's like when Hannibal from the A-Team says, I love it when a plan comes together with this deck, right? So, fine. I could sack this to deny them the card draw, but I think that's wrong. It's a mana base. Better without check lands or different. I don't know offhand. That's something I'd have to think about. Without check lands, it might be. With check lands, it might be wrong to splash. I'm actually going to go ahead and make them sack the Teferi here rather than attacking it, because I think every point of damage we do to their dome really matters here. Yeah, I think Pioneer is going to be wildly popular in paper. I think there's a lot of people that are rightfully sick of what Modern's turned into, and non-rotating formats are the most exciting thing people love to play. God, this card is so annoying. I think this matchup was our loss earlier today, and I think this matchup's pretty bad for our deck. It's very possible I want a fourth, Duress in my sideboard for this matchup, just because it's hard. I think these fire decks are going to get more popular. Yeah, but double Stormfist loses to like a Clarion or a Sweeper, so I wanted to apply pressure without overextending. Is the goal. How do you sideboard with this deck versus flash decks? You want to pull your curve down and bring in more removal. Lava Coil and Murderous Rider. Rankle definitely comes out. Finally have my prime. Magic plus American politics take my prime. I do what I can. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Goodbye, Crusader. They might be low enough at this point that like a Rankle off the top can steal the game. Or like a Chandra here. I'd be surprised if this cat can go the distance. Should we have upkeep Angrath last turn so we get to draw a card for the turn? I mean, if you're into cheating, you could upkeep Angrath, but generally speaking, I try not to cheat while I play. I even said Rankle might have been good enough, and then they had the dragon here, so probably dead. If they have a Clarion, we're just dead at this point, because it's gonna let them lifelink for 8. Okay. Can you cast Clarion so I can concede? Thanks. I think Duress and Theater of Horrors are good. I think Claim the Firstborn's pretty bad. Maybe trim an Angrath Rampage. That seems fine. They tend to have a lot of different Planeswalkers, so like killing their worst one's not stellar. Maybe bring in Murderous Rider. You think this is the ideal list for this deck? I'm trying to figure out what to play for the MCQ. Yeah, I don't think I'd change anything after playing today. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, I'm planning to do at least 2 days of Mythgard a week. Ongfat, thanks for continuing your sub gifty. Welcome back to Hoaglandy. Hope you're having an excellent day. Priest isn't very good in this matchup. Feels like an issue. Outside of like when you get Chandra going. What is energy? Energy is a mechanic from Kaladesh block. And Kaladesh block is legal in Pioneer, so, well, you know. Okay. Needs another red source. Oko is good in formats where magic cards are legal. So I expect Oko to be very good in Pioneer. Like, Oko literally just won the Vintage Challenge over the weekend, so, like, he's pretty much just great everywhere.
I'm happy as a hellion to start some fires. Go get 'em, buddies.
I guess we kill this.
I won't forget our time together.
We'll do this. They're gonna get to go fires into devour my Chandra next turn, which sucks. Or decree my Chandra. I don't know. I feel pretty lost in the format. All the decks I liked, were decks I liked because they had good field bans, and because they had good field matchups, and I feel like all these other decks that exist in the format are just much more difficult to attack than field. So, like, from a metagame perspective, I just, don't really know what to do. I don't feel like I'm going to get rewarded for playing anything. Everything else I can possibly work on just, has bad matchups in so many places.
Anyway,
I like this deck against most of the field, except it's bad against these controlled decks. And I don't really think there's anything I can meaningfully do to make that different. If you play the cat and send in the elementals there, you can sack the cat and one elemental to play the Mayhem Devil, and then you can sack the last elemental to shoot the walker. Yeah, I don't get to draw a card that way, though. And, they have the sweeper in hand that they know about, so I don't know that I really want to extend out into the sweeper with my Mayhem Devil. It's the kind of goal here is to get them to, Realm Cloak just my priest, essentially. It's not even just about there being a clear top dog, so much as it's when that top dog is easily exploitable. The Golos deck had very clear holes. There were very clear things that, if you do these things, you're good against the Golos deck. And the other decks that exist in this format don't feel like they have those exploitable targets. Triple red also makes that play not possible. It's a good call. Alright, well, with Mayhem Devil and cooking these cats on a commercial scale, we could have a real shot here. Get to loop on through a couple times. Yeah, I've got a very real clock in play now. What does that say? Prevent non-combat damage that will be dealt to you and other permanents you control. Yikes. That's rude. What do you mean, my thoughts on Arena? Oh, is it other permanents you control? To you and other permanents you control. Oh. Sure. Good call.
Only one leaves.
Yeah, and the cat doesn't get prevented because it's life loss, is exactly right. Alright. I think I just want 4 Duress in this sideboard so we can try and punk these matchups out. Just get lucky and take their one relevant card and hope they flood out a little bit. Are they dead on our untap? They're just dead, right? It's every one of these cycles is 3, and I get to do 6 cycles, so I got the 18 damage here. Got disconnected in the middle of an arena match. Reconnecting, stay stuck on the loading screen. Yup. To their credit, they're supposed to be fixing that come Thursday. There's a Thursday's patch is supposed to be addressing the disconnect issue. Come Thursday, it's way too late. That is the type of issue that should have been emergency patched the day after you realized it was there. Completely agree that Thursday is too late. Industrial Bakery, something like that. All right, last game with this one. Then we're gonna take a quick ad break, and we'll queue up a Once Upon a Time cat deck that has Araya in it, or however her name is pronounced, the triple black card. It's another deck that I'm considering playing this weekend. And restart the client, post deck list. I'm working during the ad break, but you know. All right, in. I think I want to lead on this. It means I can't play the oven on one, but it guarantees that I get to play 2-drop, 3-drop here. And 2-drop, 3-drop's more important than oven on one with this hand. I think because I have Chandra here, I'm going to lead on Priest. Both our options suck against that. Chandra at least comes down and kills Teferi afterwards, so we've got that going for us. Yay, client lag. Really glad we didn't play the oven on one since we missed a land drop here, or still missing a land. Send one here and one here.
Only time will tell.
Would really like to see a land next turn so we can go Familiar, Priest plus Oven, just like all at once. Boom, boom, boom. Seraph42, if you're currently watching the stream, the reason why I couldn't send you a direct message on Thursday was because your direct message settings don't allow me to message you back. So you need to go into your direct message settings and make it so I can message you back. So I just tried to send you another code, and that's not currently something I can do. Thanks for the 19 Lillipad swag. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Just go ahead and swift end this. You get a Mythgard code by sliding on into my DMs. Unfortunate that we missed a land drop here. There's a good chance that they're still at a high enough life total when I missed a land drop there that we're going to be dead. Like if they have a good 5-drop here like a Sarkhan we're kind of ill-prepared for at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to leave the Teferi alone. Maybe I'm just supposed to Duress plus Priest there. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to Duress plus Priest there. Can't take Bone Crusher. That's really unfortunate. Alright, let's put a loyalty counter here. So that way they have to send both things at it. Let's do this. Let's do Priest. I am still giving out Mythgard codes. As a heads up, if you are interested in more Mythgard content, you haven't seen everything I've streamed in the past, it always has a page on my website, and it's all up on my YouTube channel also. So if they go to Bone Crusher Giant, my Priest, I get to sack it, which counters their Bone Crusher Giant, so that's nice. Teferi was at 5. Which is why I swift-ended him instead of attacking him. Oh, they're bone crushing that. Well, that's really good for us, considering I have another one.
I'm training here.
Wonder if they're going to replay the 4-3 here. I can see that happening. Yeah, the Walker version of the opponent's deck has felt really bad in my experience. It's like it's not felt bad. The Walker version has felt fine, but Fires has felt unnecessary in it. And in the non-Walker version, you like feel like you really leverage Fires a lot better.
I speak softly, but I carry a big sword. Chandra Nalar, pyromancer extraordinaire. Oh, they're so cute.
Well, that's certainly a draw. If I swing, Sarkhan's text kills my elementals. So swinging is an incredibly bad decision. Alright, do I play Stormfist Crusader here because it's more mana efficient? I feel like I do. And again, like, I feel like we're in this game because we had the extra info provided by a Duress, so I think I definitely just want a bunch of Duresses. Mythgard codes are open to anyone, just slide into my DMs.
Enough swears right now.
Slide on into them DMs. I don't think we can kill them next turn because they have the Wanderer in play. So I get to do this. And then I get to do this. And then I get to do this, which then lets me deal a damage here.
Don't provoke me.
Okay, and then we'll activate Priest, target you, sacrifice these. Yeah, draining life does not count as non-combat damage, so the warder does not do anything against that. This goes to 2, they go to 9. I get to crack this fetch for a green, which lets me finish this off. Oh, I meant to grab a green. Oh, that's a misclick. I was talking and thinking, I was like trying to think through what I was doing exactly. Okay, so we play Murderous Rider. And then we attack this here. And then I sack Murderous Rider to the oven. Man, if they draw a sweeper, we're going to probably lose because we can't cast this. That's going to be such a tilt. Alright, here's hoping they don't have a sweeper. If they don't have a sweeper, like, if they just have blank, we're dead next turn. Submitting Sultai, Oko midrange for Pioneer. Turn 2 Oko and Liliana seems where I want to be at. Sounds good extras. Oh, remember that time I clicked the wrong land? God, remember the time I clicked the wrong goddamn land? That's so frustrating. Ah! Oh, they'd be so dead if we just had a creature. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hashtag sometimes lucky.
These little guys are great.
Sometimes lucky. It's It's creature adjacent, yep. You ping the planeswalkers for what would have been lethal. I'm going to time you out because you don't know what their planeswalkers do. I'd recommend using the overlay to look in their graveyard.
They're so cute.
Have your sword back, Scooter. And enjoy. Thoughts on Gruesome Menagerie? Maybe Gruesome Menagerie is good. I've been struggling to find a card. I want cards that are good in the control matchup. I don't know that we have enough threat density for that to be good. My question would be, I did not see your question on Discord. Man, I've had a busy couple of weeks, Dan. Feel free to ping me again and I'll try and take a look tonight. I mean, the Swordsman Surprise deck is just green-black adventures, right? Like what Kirkhees was playing. It's pretty good run. 2,100 coins and then 80 gems. Yeah, I don't think I have any changes to this deck. I think, well, maybe I want a 4th Duress. I don't know what I want to cut for a 4th Duress. Maybe Duress is better than Theater of Horrors. Being able to just like grab their thing and beat them down seems kind of appealing. The Mythgard code gives you 10 booster packs and a number of wild cards. I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Maybe one more Duress in the sideboard, but not 100% on that. So if you're looking, this is one of the decks I'm considering playing this weekend. This deck, and then the one we have coming up next year is another Once Upon a Time Cat Oven variation. So we're going to give this one a go next. We're going to go ahead and take a quick ad break and restart Arena and all that jazz before we do that, though. So